¿Qué hace a un buen amigo? Es la pregunta profunda e interesante que voy a contestar en inglés hoy. Soy Shandon, profesor nativo de Inglés Británico, y este podcast de inglés es para latinos que quieren dejar de perderse cuando les hablan los nativos y hablar inglés con confianza para conseguir mejores trabajos en el Reino Unido. Empecemos. Hello, and welcome to episode 35 of the podcast. I hope you're doing really well. We are alive, which makes today a great day, and I hope you have an amazing day today. In today's episode, I'm going to answer quite a deep question, and I'm going to explain to you first why I want to answer this question today. This episode was inspired by one of my students, my student Isela from El Salvador. She's a great, really committed student. In our lessons together, we do lots of conversation practice. She's quite an advanced student, so we spend a lot of time doing conversation. I prepare lots of different questions, and then we do conversation practice. But in our lesson last week, I was very impressed because Isela came to the lesson and she had prepared some conversation questions that she wanted to ask me. I was really impressed by this. It was really impressive to see her take the initiative in our lesson. And so the question I want to answer today is one of the questions that she prepared, and the question that she asked me in our lesson. This was the question. What are the main features or qualities you think make a good friend? It's a really great question because it's not just a simple question. You can't just give a simple answer to this question. It's a question that makes you have to think in quite a lot of detail to think about what you think makes a good friend. Since this was such a great question, I wanted to give you my answer to this question today. Of course, this is just my opinion. I'm sure you will have different features and qualities that you think make a good friend. And I would love to hear your opinions in the comments of this episode or on social media as well, because I think it would be really interesting to hear everybody's different opinions. But for now, I'm going to give you my opinions on what I think makes a good friend. One reason this question is so complex is that there's not just one type of friend. We have different friends in different areas of our life, and different friends at different stages of our life as well. Our friends completely change over time. For example, when I was at school, there were lots of different people I called friends. But now, I only have a very small handful of people that I consider friends. I've got one really good friend in London, and my other really good friends live in the north of England. As time has gone on, I've become more selective with my friendships. And personally, I think it's better to have a few great friends than tons of friends who aren't really your friends in reality. From my experiences in life, this is what I think makes a good friend. First of all, and this one is extremely important, a good friend is someone who's not just there for you in the good times. Some friends or some people are only there when times are good, when there's something to celebrate, when there's a party, when there's a reason to drink alcohol, when times are good. Of course, it's important to share these good times with friends. You create great memories with your friends through these good times. But a friendship can't only be that. it can't only be the good times. A good friend is someone who is there in the bad times as well. When times are tough, when you're struggling, when you're going through a difficult time in life, a good friend is there to support you, to be there for you, to help you to get out of that bad time, and to help you get to a better place, however they can. And I think that's a key characteristic of a great friend. The second thing that I think is really important is that a good friend is someone who helps you become the best version of yourself. A good friend supports you with your goals. They support you and help you to achieve your goals. And at the same time, they discourage you from negative behaviors. If they see you doing things that don't align with your goals, that won't help you to achieve your goals, they will discourage you. They will say to you, maybe you shouldn't be doing that. A good friend will be part of your team for achieving anything and everything you want to achieve in life. And a key part of this is being honest with you. A bad friend says to you what they think you want to hear, and they only have the easy conversations with you. However, a good friend is someone who says what you need to hear, not just what you want to hear. Sometimes you need to hear things that you don't really want to hear, and a good friend says these things to you. Also, a good friend has those difficult conversations with you that are necessary to help you improve your life. Because if your best friends aren't going to say these things to you, who will? So it's vital that your friends, your good friends, or your best friends tell you these things and have these difficult conversations with you. The third thing that makes a good friend, in my opinion, is that you can be completely yourself around them. With a good friend or with a great friend, you don't ever feel like you have to act or pretend or change who you are. You can just be yourself. You don't feel on edge. You don't feel uncomfortable. You feel completely relaxed and at home with that friend. And you're able to show all of your emotions. Happiness, laughter, sadness, anger, frustration, etc. All of the different emotions because you feel comfortable enough to show all of those emotions. The fourth thing that I want to mention today is that a good friend is someone who is present when you're with them. Nowadays, so many people are so easily distracted. So many people are so distracted on their phones and, of course, particularly on social media. I've seen many groups of friends over the last few years where all of the friends, as they call themselves, are all sat together on their phones, but they're not really communicating. They're all watching different videos or memes and different things on their phones. But in my opinion, that's not how you build a relationship. It's impossible to build a relationship if you're all on separate devices, on separate phones, doing your own thing. To build a relationship with someone, it's essential that you are present. You are there with them and you give them your attention. You listen to the person, you try to understand them, you share things with them as well. And you make sure that it doesn't feel like you're not paying attention. You make sure that the other person feels like they have your attention. And you show them that you care about them and what they're saying by leaving your phone to one side, giving them your attention so that they feel heard and so you can actually connect with them. And for me, that is key to being a great friend. So those are some of the main characteristics of a good friend or a great friend, in my opinion. Okay, just four there. There are some other things that I wanted to mention, but we're out of time for today. As I said earlier on, I would love to hear your opinions, whether in the comments of this podcast episode, if you're listening on Spotify or YouTube, or send me a message on Instagram or TikTok, and I would love to talk to you in English about your opinions. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Gracias por escuchar este episodio de mi diario de Inglés Británico. Si vives en el Reino Unido y sientes que tu inglés te está frenando profesionalmente, te invito a hacer una evaluación de fluidez gratuita conmigo. En la sesión veo cómo hablas inglés ahora, identifico qué te está bloqueando y te explico qué necesitas trabajar para expresarte con más claridad y confianza. Hay plazas limitadas, así que reserva tu evaluación ahora a través del link en la descripción del episodio. Gracias y nos vemos pronto. Bye.